It's July and garden season's really kicking into high gear. In this video, I'm going to show you a few of the things I'm doing this month to make sure my garden thrives. So the first thing I'm going to do in July is grab my seed collection and find some things to plant. That's right, I'm planting seeds in July in ground. Why? Because there's a bunch of stuff that grows fast that I'll still get a harvest from. Things like sunflowers. They grow so incredibly fast, I know I'm going to have flowers before the season's up. They're going to look great, so that's a win. I'm also planting cucumbers. Cucumbers grow really fast in these hot summer months, and I know with these pickling cucumbers, I'm going to get a great harvest. We eat a lot of cucumbers around here, especially because, well, I like to make pickles, right? And we want to have plenty of those around. This one I planted a month ago, and it's looking great. I'm also planting zucchini and summer squash because they grow really fast. They're always great to have around. They get huge, and well, if you're not making zucchini bread, what are you doing? I'm also planting dill to go with those cucumbers, pickles, right? Carrots will grow great this time of year. You'll get a good start on them and they will grow into the cold, no problem. I'm also going to try something a little different this year. I'm planting some Indian greens, gangura and palak outside in my green stock garden. We'll see how they do. Kind of an experiment. Beans are another thing I'm putting in the ground in July. I'm really doing this because, well, one, I love the dragon tongue bean. It's beautiful. I mean, really cool looking. But these will also help take over where I have my garlic growing today. And that's really, I guess, going to kind of lead me right into the next thing I'm doing in July, and that is harvesting garlic. Now, this bed of garlic does not look great, but that's actually a sign that it's probably about time to harvest. I also got hit with hail, so it's a little exaggerated, but you're looking for 3 to 4 sets of dried, dead-looking leaves from the base, and it's probably time to pull it. You'll get good heads of garlic if you put in the patience to wait, right? So I'm going to pull out a quick tester to see, is it ready to pull or do I need to give it a little more time? It's a little bit smaller than I'd like to see, so I think I'm going to give these about another week to week and a half to really kind of bulk up and get to a little bit bigger size that I'm going to be looking for. But no problem. July 10th or so, I'll probably pull these out. You can see years past I had small bulbs too. It happens. The important thing here is that you give it time to really fully develop. Take a test bulb out like I did. You don't want to pull it too soon. This looks rough, but trust me, that garlic is still growing underneath the soil, so give it a little bit of time in these hot July days. Which reminds me, you need to take the temperature of your garden at the soil level. You'll be amazed. And then adding a little bit of shade cloth can drop that 20 degrees, no problem. The shade cloth that I use is 60%. That means it blocks out 60% of the sun and the UV. I get it in a roll that's 6 feet wide by 200 feet long, and it's not expensive. So you can attach this to anything. You can use it however you want. It does a great job at making your gardens look a little bit like a shanty town. That's fine. It's more about the plants than the looks, right? You can drape it, you can properly mount it. It makes the plants happy. It takes away some of that stress from the intense heat and light from the sun in the hot July days, and they will start to thrive. Now, all I do is put some posts in the ground, and then I go ahead and use these clips that are specifically made for shade cloth. They're real simple. They've got these little teeth and these receptacles. They fold in half, and you can just pinch it right around the edge of your cloth. That's on there secure. And now that loop at the end, I can hook it right over the T-post here. You can put a rope through it. You can put a zip tie through it, attach it to whatever you want. It'll hold it tight. It even holds up to hail, thankfully. Saved my plants. And that's it, right? You want to make sure that you have shade in these hot July days. And one last bonus tip, probably the most important, stay on top of your weeding. Better yet, get somebody else to do it for you. I've got my son out here helping out, and I'm really appreciative because this is hard work. So take care of your garden in July, and it will take care of you through the rest of the summer. There's a lot of things you need to be out here doing. It's hot. It's not easy work, but you will enjoy the benefits later. Make sure that you're getting seeds in the ground that you want to have for a late season harvest, and make sure that you're giving your plants shade. Oh yeah, and remember, plants help us grow.